Last week, Governor Doug Ducey signed a school safety law, but it's not the proposal teens with March for Our Lives helped draft.
So today, they met with some lawmakers and the state's top school leader to come up with some options to increase mental health support in public schools. Matt Rodewald is live at the state capitol with more. What's this all about, Matt?
Well, I think, John and Carrie, when you think about school safety, the issue of that, the first instinct is to talk about guns and violence in schools. And I think part of this is wanting to change that conversation to prevention of violence. March for Our Lives, they were angry last year when they were here at the state capitol. They've changed their tactics to become tactical and work on policy instead of politics. And it has helped them make some progress in the mental health field. But they still have a long way to go. After two bills failed in the Arizona legislature, Kathy Hoffman announced a school safety task force and did so while remembering her own experience of being on lockdown in a classroom and wondering if it was real or not.
And if it was real, I thought to myself, how would I protect my students?
Navigating the Arizona legislature is, piece of homework all by itself.
The group March for Our Lives pushed the bills and got a lesson in politics along the way as they try to reshape their push towards mental health.
Students are suffering from anxiety, depression. Communities of color don't feel safe. Undocumented students don't feel safe in our schools. Going to school causes anxiety for students of all backgrounds all over our country.
How do we build a positive, inclusive school culture that strongly deals with such issues as bullying and cyberbullying, student home life and community problems, and student mental health?
Closing the gap on Arizona school counselors could play a major role in assessing student mental health.
I strongly urge the legislature to include more funding for counselors to reduce our student-to-counselor ratio, which is currently the worst in the nation.
And that number is 905 students to every one counselor. That, according to a study that was released just last week, and again, the worst in the country. Governor Ducey seeing that, allocating $12 million in the next 2 years of state budgets to try and help and add 224 counselors to the state. When Hoffman was asked about that today, she said simply, it's a good start, but did not elaborate. Clearly, the both sides here and a lot of conversation here, still a long way to go in terms of improving the counselor ratio in Arizona public schools. We're live here at the Arizona State Capitol tonight. Matt Rodewald, Fox 10 News.